Why is this the song that's playing when it goes live? This is terrible. People are showing up. I don't know what's playing right now. I don't know what the song is. Very loud Christmas song. Hello everyone. Christina's here today. She's on the other side of the table again. Someday she'll come around. If you want. But she's gonna come over. Christina's gonna join us today. Maybe. Just to move everything. Yeah, you have to use that one. Alright, then we can move this back. Alright. So Christina's going to join us. Very last minute. So I have to rearrange everything. Alright.
Sorry.
You're not on Instagram. You gotta get closer. It's hard to do Instagram with two people. Okay. Now Christina's here. So, we are back at, where are we? Emeralds. This is a place that I discovered on Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving. And I'll explain a little bit about our upcoming lockdown. Shafiq says hi.
Hi. Hi, Shafiq.
But because we're being locked down again in a couple days, I wanted to come to a place that I really like. Oh, this is a much better song. I can't get this adjusted right, so you're in. You have to like sit.
I have to stand really.
Like just like that. If you're on Facebook, it just doesn't make any sense because Facebook you can see us easily, but on Instagram we're kind of smushed because it's vertical. Yeah, this is one of my favorite songs too, Monica. I tried to start this when Frank Sinatra was playing because that's more me, and instead it was some crazy Christmas song. Joni's mom's here. There's Judy Watson. So yeah, this is much better Christmas song. So again, we're at Emerald's Bar, and we came here because we're going to be on lockdown for Christmas, and so we're trying to support some of our favorite places. And I'm getting a lot of questions about the lockdown, so I'll start by explaining that. I explained it on Saturday, but there's different people that watch, so maybe some of you missed it. What was I going to say? Oh, the lockdown. So Rome, all of Italy, rather, is going to be locked down for Christmas. And it's not because things are bad, but it's to keep people away from each other during a time when people are usually together. And so there's really some crazy rules. So on Christmas Eve, we're completely locked down. It's considered red zone. And just as an example, Rome's always been yellow, so the safest area, but even Rome is going to be red. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then a couple of days after Christmas. And that means we can only leave the house for groceries, pharmacy, haircuts. It's considered essential. And this time for Christmas, they're also allowing us to go to church, which is very nice of them. Allowing us. Very nice of them to allow it. So in the first lockdown, churches remained open, but we weren't allowed to go to Mass. Mass was illegal during the first lockdown. But this time we'll be able to go to Mass. And so that's like the first 4 days. Then the next 3 days we go to orange, which means that restaurants can open, but they can't have people dining inside. They can only be open for takeout. And we can travel around our own region, so we can walk all over Rome. We can't go outside of Rome, so we couldn't go to Assisi or Florence for the day. And then on The 31st, we're back to red. So we're red zone again for a few days. So can only leave the house for groceries, pharmacy, haircuts, and masks. And then we are orange, right, for one day, January 4th.
Yes, one day and then red.
Yeah, so we're orange for a day. Then we go back to red again until after Epiphany. Then, who knows? Maybe
Yellow.
back to
Yellow again.
Maybe back to yellow. We'll see. I saw the question, what are we drinking? I don't know yet. They haven't brought us our drinks. I just said whatever you want with bourbon in it. So they're making me a bourbon drink.
Last time we were here, the bartender made me something fruity with rum in it, and it was really, really good. And I asked him what it was. He says, I don't know. So I asked for it again. See
if they make the same drink
how it
again.
goes.
So yeah, that's our lockdown, upcoming lockdown. And then there's also rules within the lockdown where if you want to visit family or friends, you can, but only 2 family members can go at a time, and only once a day. So I don't quite understand that. But yeah, they're just trying to keep people apart so that there's not a lot of mass gatherings during a busy season. But the Lazio region overall has been doing really well throughout the whole virus. So that's good.
Did you hear about what they're going to do to lift our spirits? They're going to use those buses that are uncovered at the top, the double-decker buses, and they're going to have musicians in them.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Did I not say that to you?
No.
Yeah, they're going to be driving around the streets of Rome playing music.
Well, they can't come down our road. I like that idea though.
Yeah.
I want to hear it. So I guess they're going to be doing like caroling from buses. So with masses though, there's another rule within that we can go to mass, but it has to be one nearby. And the church I like to go to is not nearby. I'm still going to try anyway. But that's where I like to go. We'll see.
And
We'll see if it
Amelia's
works.
going to try.
Yeah, and then the kids, their church is even further away that they go to for scouts. So we'll see how it goes. But it'll be interesting. I'm not as worried this time because the first lockdown, it was all new. You know, it hadn't hit America yet. It was just China and Italy. And so we didn't know how bad it was going to be.
It was
the
very
virus.
sudden, too.
It was very sudden. Yeah, like today, museums are closed. Starting today, this is closed. Starting today, you can't leave your house.
Yeah.
And so, but this time, we know that it's not because of like how bad things are, but rather just because they're trying to avoid things getting bad. And there's an end date.
So, well,
Oh, there's
there
an
was
end
the
date.
first time, too.
Well, the first time it was like, we'll go till this day and see. So I'm not worried this time. And we're better prepared. So
I bought wine today, snacks, baking stuff,
coffee.
coffee.
Yeah.
We're prepared. And we have furniture this time.
Yes, we have furniture. So I thought today, since we're both here, maybe if you want to ask questions, you can do that. Because I didn't come with any stories. I just wanted to kind of hang out. So if you have questions, you can ask us questions. We also wanted to talk about Christmas a little bit because it's kind of different here. They don't really focus on shopping as much as in the States. The churches put out their nativities kind of late. Some of them haven't even been unveiled yet, and they're left up through Epiphany, and then some even longer than that. And so the focus is still kind of on Christmas and not just shopping. So that's kind of a nice experience here.
There's no kids going to a mall and getting their picture taken with Santa. I recently went to the mall here. It's like way out from Rome, and I thought, oh, maybe they do have some sort of Santa thing. And they did have like this really nice tree that families and kids were taking pictures in front of, but there was no Santa. So none of that.
Yeah. There are like Santa Clauses here that run around and get money for, I don't know what they're getting money for. They like ring the bells, and they walk up and down the streets, like where the apartments are.
Oh, those Santas, yeah.
And they ring bells. They're collecting money for some kind of charity. And then people open their windows and they throw money out, and they catch it in their hats. But there's not like a go sit on Santa's lap. There's our drinks. Grazie.
Grazie a voi.
And what is this?
With whiskey,
But
Raffaele.
what else?
With
you know?
whiskey and orange.
Oh, orange. Oh, okay.
Grazie.
So, whiskey and orange.
I have no idea.
No idea. Look how pretty that is. Show the people your drink.
Let's see.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, this is the same drink, I think.
Good, you remember. He's a good bartender. Oh, we missed some questions. What was the question I saw? I missed a lot of hellos too. So sorry I missed all your hellos because I kind of started talking because of that song that was playing. I wanted to block it out.
It wasn't Mariah Carey, was it?
No, I love that. I love the Mariah Carey Christmas
I
album.
hate the Mariah Carey.
This is interesting. It's like smoky.
Look at these ice cubes.
Very interesting. Will we have tacos for Christmas? No. No, we're planning to make a big Christmas dinner. We haven't settled on what it's going to be yet, but not just tacos. How long
Maybe that's Christmas Eve.
No. I'm done with tacos. We did tacos for Thanksgiving. That was enough. I've had my taco fill for the year. Checked Italy for cheddar. I don't think Italy would have cheddar here. They have like 400 varieties of Parmesan and Pecorino and mozzarella, but I wouldn't think they have cheddar. We've actually found a couple places to get cheddar now, so it's not that difficult. Let's see.
This is the Band-Aid song.
Yeah, the Band-Aid song.
I do like this.
Christmas time in Africa. What a weird flavor.
Let me try.
It tastes like smoky. It has like smoke flavor.
Oh, weird. Yeah,
smell
it
it?
does. Yeah. I don't like it.
It's not for you.
It's not for me. I like mine. It's very sweet and has rum in it.
Yeah. Oh, my dad's here. Hey, Dad. All right. I'm looking back through your questions. So, no, we have not decided on Christmas dinner, but I was thinking about steak. There's this butcher near the Pantheon who has really good meats. And my kids laugh at me because I follow him on Instagram. But I'm thinking of going there for steak, and then we'll make like a big steak dinner with lots of side items. Do we buy each other Christmas presents?
Yes, I do.
I do.
Okay.
What
Yes.
kind of answer was that? Yes, we buy each other Christmas presents. I always
And
say
the kids buy each other presents too. They're very excited to go find each other presents, which is always fun to see.
yeah, they do a good job with each other. What else here? Kristen does not like Mariah Carey. I don't care for Mariah Carey, but I love her Christmas album. I think it's because it came out when I worked for the record label. It's when I worked at the record store. And we would play it because we had to. And it was really good. Like, I'm not a Mariah
Is
Carey
that
fan.
what Lily has been
Yeah.
liking?
Yeah. My youngest likes that song too.
I need to introduce her to the alternative Christmas songs.
I played the lump of coal the other day. They didn't like it. Irish is here. Hi, Irish.
Hi.
Good to see Irish. We're at Emerald's, and I'm drinking a whiskey drink, and she's drinking a rum drink.
I don't know what else is in it. I think something lemony. It's kind of sour.
I don't know what he's talking about. Irish misses your face.
Aw, I miss your face too.
Here's her face. our neighbor hides presents and the kids have to, they find them. That's fun. You can do that. What other questions do you guys have? What other Christmas things do we want to talk about? We had an argument today. So I've always heard it's tradition that Italians do the 7 fishes on Christmas Eve. And even some of my Italian friends have invited us for the 7 fishes thing, but you heard that's not true.
I heard that they do traditionally eat fish, but it's not 7. That's a Sicilian thing. And it's
Italy?
been, well, a lot of Italians would never do that. No, that's Sicily. And then that kind of carried over to the American Italian, so it's big in America, but the Sicilians, they don't even really do it that much. I mean, that's what I heard. But they do traditionally have fish, maybe like 3 different kinds of fish. And then tortellini and broth is very traditional as well.
Okay.
But I could be very wrong. I just read that somewhere recently.
Is the vaccine available in Italy yet?
I saw something about that. It's
Yeah,
starting
there's
in,
some people got it today, I think.
They're doing like the ceremonial, like important people getting it on camera, kind of like what they're doing in America right now, but they're not going to actually roll it out until sometime in January. That's what I saw.
Yeah. Travels from the U.S. by summer? I hope so. I hope it's by summer. But I said that last fall as well, or last spring, last winter. So we'll see. Mezcal. Would that be the smoky flavor? Is that what you're thinking? Oh, she's asking about the fish. Where did I find cheddar? At the Trionfale market. They have, there's a guy there that has 3 different types of cheddar, and he keeps it stocked all the time. So it was really good. Well, I go to midnight mass, so we can't be out past 10 p.m. We have a curfew, and that's like all the time now until.
That's been going on for
months.
over a month.
It feels weird. Like I just feel like we always have a curfew now.
Like we're teenagers again.
Yeah. Eventually, maybe we won't have a curfew, but we have a 10 o'clock curfew. So midnight mass here, most places are starting around 8 o'clock. So we'll go to like an 8 p.m. mass.
At least the kids it'll be easier for them to stay awake for midnight mass.
Amelia stays up till like 2 a.m.
Lily usually falls asleep.
Can I share the butcher's Instagram account? I don't know it. If you message me though on Instagram, I'll send it to you. I don't remember what the name is. Where will we go for midnight mass or for mass on Christmas? I want to go to the Latin church. I'm the only one that likes to go to the Latin church. Lily likes the Latin church now. So I want to go to the Latin church for mass, but there's an English mass on Christmas Day near us. I don't know if St. Peter's is going to be open. They haven't really said that. I don't know why it wouldn't be. It's a
I haven't
church.
heard anything about St. Peter's for mass.
We can't go to the papal mass. That's not open to the public. So we'll see. We'll have to see how brave everyone is if they want to go all the way.
Stuff on here.
Yeah? Yeah, Sicilians do the 7. Okay.
That's what I said, the Sicilians.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know that. Doing it for holidays in the States or in Rome?
Well, there's a lot of things about holidays or Christmas in America that I love. Obviously, being around family, like that's just, there's no comparison. I miss not having our family. But as far as the meaning of Christmas and the rushing around and the chaos of Christmas, I much prefer it here. Because here it's just, it's very calm. Like there's no, hey, yeah, people are out and about doing shopping and doing grocery shopping because there's about to be a lockdown and everything. But it's not, people are so mean, you know, like
Oh yeah, there's no
2
like
days before Christmas in the
doorbusters
malls
and
where
fights.
everyone's fighting with each other and they're like, definitely not displaying a spirit of Christmas. Here it's very different. So everyone's so laid back here. that Christmas shopping is not bad at all, especially the last couple of days of Christmas shopping season. So, I don't know. The parents and family aspect, definitely America, but Christmas itself, I love it here.
What I've been liking, like we go back and forth sometimes, but last year we went back for Thanksgiving, and I like to have Thanksgiving in the States, but I enjoy Christmas here because of the reasons she mentioned. And also, I always feel like Christmas kind of sneaks up on us here. And it's probably because it's not as in your face. Like they decorate later. Like I mentioned at the beginning, like nativities are just now going up in a lot of churches, just now being unveiled. So I think a couple years ago on December 19th is when they lit the Vatican Christmas tree. Like that popped into my Facebook memories and I was like, oh, that's really late. So,
like the music, like you hear Christmas music right now. I remember being in the States around, I think it was before Thanksgiving, and I was at Barnes & Noble, and they were playing Christmas music, and I even called him to tell him. I couldn't believe they were playing Christmas music already. Here it's not like that at all. They don't start Christmas until after the Vatican does their tree.
After Immaculate Conception. That's like the official start to Christmas.
Yeah, so it's much, much, much later than it is in the States, which I also love, because Christmas in the States seems to be the season for shopping and chaos and craziness seems to be getting longer and longer every year. Here it's just a couple of weeks, right?
And then on the 25th it's over, or the 31st in the States.
In the States, yeah, the Christmas Day, that's it. But here it goes on and on and on. It's still, everyone's festive. Everyone's still saying Merry Christmas to each other, even 2 weeks later.
I know people in the States that throw away their tree on the 26th.
Yes, that's so strange.
And here, everything's going on until at least Epiphany, and sometimes longer. Sometimes till the presentation in February, depending on where you are. But yeah, so I definitely like Christmas here. But I like it with my parents and the in-laws as well. So that makes it hard. But that's why I like Thanksgiving there, because we get the family stuff, and then we come here for Christmas. What we should do is get the family to come here for Christmas.
Yeah, that would be good. And then in normal years, not this year obviously, in normal years we also do the Christmas market trip with our family.
Yes.
And that definitely starts Christmas for us.
Yeah, we talked about that the last time we were here. But the Christmas markets in Germany and Austria. And so once we go there, we usually go after Amelia's birthday, and then that gets us in the Christmas mood. And then we come back here, the Vatican turns on its tree, and we know it's almost Christmas. But it's not like a bunch of shopping and stuff beforehand. Okay. Scrolling through your questions. So like I said, we're just going to answer some questions tonight. If you have anything.
Yeah, tortellini and broth. I'm going to start making that.
Once a week.
I need to start making that.
Yeah. Mandy has it once a week.
I'm going to start doing it next week.
What time of year is best to visit Rome? I like Rome every month. I think there's advantages to being here in the middle of summer, like August, because it's not as crowded, but it's really, really hot. And unless you're staying in a really fancy hotel, you're not going to have good air conditioning. But you have the place to yourself. Not as much as you used to, but like you can just walk up to the Vatican museums, walk right in. Not as many things close as used to, so some restaurants are still open. But then the other thing is like December, January, February, that's the off season. So it's cold, but it's not as cold as like northern US. It's more like 40s.
It's been very mild.
Yeah, I think it's cold, but I'm always cold. So that has its perks. But then October, that's the high season for Europeans to visit Italy. But the weather's beautiful, the leaves are changing. I really like every month in Italy. So it kind of just depends on what you like. If you want the best weather and you're not afraid of crowds, then like April, May, June. September. So, but I wouldn't really plan a trip around the month unless you're just trying to avoid crowds, because it's always nice. What else do we have here? Can I plan something for next Christmas so you can come to Rome? I could do like an Advent trip. I did an Advent trip.
You're talking about a Christmas market trip.
Christmas market trip, but to Rome.
That's a Rome.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned that last week, I think. We did an Advent trip last year. So it's kind of like an off-season / Advent. We did the opening of the Vatican museums. So I could definitely do that. I don't know about Christmas, because I don't know how many people. I know that there would be some people that would come for Christmas, but I don't know if I could get enough. I would need like 20 people. Maybe. I used to do a trip every year the day after Christmas.
Oh yeah.
They moved that to different times, but they would arrive. No, they would fly out on the 26th, get here on the 27th, and they would stay through New Year's Eve, and so we'd go to like the Papal Vespers. So it was during the Christmas season.
Wasn't there one year where we were living in America and we like opened presents in the morning and then you left that evening?
I left on Christmas Day
Christmas Day.
because I wanted to get here the day before.
Which is probably a good day to fly. Probably not very crowded.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's never a good day to fly. So Kathy says that they left their trees up or they put the trees up right before Christmas. Like when I was growing up, we put the Christmas tree up probably Thanksgiving-ish. And then we left it up till New Year's, I think.
We left ours up until New Year's.
Chris leaves it up till Epiphany. Can I be in your family? Sure, Melody, come on over.
Your mom says we're adorable together.
My mom? Oh, I didn't even know my mom was here. Hi, Mom. Now they're playing. This isn't a Christmas song. It's Frank Sinatra, but it's not a Christmas song. That's okay. All right, what else? Do we put up a Christmas tree? Yes. When did we put up our Christmas tree? Not last Tuesday. The Tuesday before.
Week and a half ago, maybe.
Was it Tuesday?
2 weeks ago. I don't remember. It's about 2 weeks ago.
I thought it was right after a live. It was after we did something. I don't know. It's been about 2 weeks. So, and I mentioned this, I think I mentioned it, but the trees here are live. So they don't have like trees with the chopped off, the stump.
The trunk.
They're live with the roots. And so they give it to you with a big pot and
soil.
And then a lot of people leave them up year round and then use them again and over and over and over. So I put ours up a couple weeks ago. And my oldest daughter did pretty much all the decorating like that night. Susan says they missed the Christmas markets. Yeah, Austria, where we usually go, they were locked down the whole Advent season. Then they opened up again, I think a couple days ago, and then they're going to lock down again right after Christmas. So like Christmas markets this year didn't happen at all. Sherry would love an Advent trip. We'll do that next year, I think. Left the decorations up till February 2nd. That's a very Polish thing to do. A Buturic family pilgrimage to Rome. Definitely. Okay. I'm still scrolling through questions here. What were you out the window on New Year's Eve?
What would you throw out the window?
No, well, you throw out water because you're Cuban.
Not out the window.
Out the door.
Out the front door. So Cubans.
It's very good. That's
Where
it.
the drinks ago.
Yes? What's in it?
Penicillin.
What is it?
Penicillin.
Oh,
It's a
penicillin.
classic drink, like
Oh, yeah.
whiskey, ginger, and honey. And like, and yours, it's not the same as last time because I didn't have the things to make it. But it's close to my side. You've got orange, you've got orzata,
Bartender.
and ron.
I love
Like
it.
that.
It's very good. That's it.
Okay,
So this is a penicillin. What were you saying? Oh, what you threw out the window.
So I'm Cuban, so I do a couple Cuban things, which on New Year's Eve, we eat 12 grapes, like right at the moment it turns midnight and you have a minute to eat them. That's for good luck. And then you take a pot of water and you throw it out the front door, and that's to protect your house from evil spirits.
That seems superstitious.
It does seem superstitious, but it's fun to do. So I still do that. I usually have the kids do a little pot of water and they throw it out the front door.
I'm asleep.
Yeah, he's asleep.
I don't stay up till 12,
He's asleep by 9.
10.
So the kids and I stay up and we do the water out the front door and the grapes. But here for New Year's, people throw stuff out their window.
Like fireworks. I think that's what my
Fireworks.
dad's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I saw some stat like more people lose fingers here on New Year's Eve than like all year, like the entire year put together. I don't know how many people that is. I don't know how many people lose fingers.
Last year there's people in the middle of the street just shooting things off out of a wine jar. It looked very, very dangerous.
And we live right by the Swiss Guard barracks too, and they go crazy with like fireworks as well. But yeah, like my oldest daughter, she has friends who shoot off fireworks in their living room. Like they just like, I don't know what they do.
That seems dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah, there was a point when the kids and I we had our heads out the window and just watching everybody shooting off fireworks out the windows. And there was a point that it seemed to be getting closer and closer to us. I'm like, you know what, let's just close the windows, close the shutters, and we're done.
Yeah, these are like for real fireworks too, not little popper things. All right. What else? What else do you see here? Is there a traditional New Year's meal here? I don't know.
I'll look into that. I don't think they do collards.
Collards and black-eyed
Black-eyed
peas,
peas.
because I'm from the South.
We could do black-eyed.
Yeah, we did find a black-eyed pea place. We're so lucky we can attend Mass. Yeah, I know people that haven't been able to go to Mass since February, which is awful. So when we were locked down, our churches were closed or were open, but we weren't allowed to go to Mass. But a lot of churches they would still have their private masses, and if you were there when the Mass started, they wouldn't kick you out. So we at least had that. But I know a lot of places, like some churches still haven't reopened, and some are reservation only, and it's kind of hard to get. So, yeah, that's awful. Fireworks in Naples every night. Yeah, it's not just New Year's they shoot fireworks off. They shoot fireworks off like all the time, like any feast day or holy day or public holiday. There's always fireworks going
I
off.
think they just like excuses for shooting off fireworks.
Yeah. Are museums air conditioned? I don't think so. The Vatican Museum is not. They have the windows open. The tapestry rooms, where the Raphael tapestries are, they have. I don't even know if there's an air conditioner. They're more like just.
They're like,
fans.
yeah, they're fans.
I guess it's kind of cool, but it's not cold. Uffizi,
That's
I don't know.
why I don't like
Florence.
to go to Vatican Museum in the summertime.
Yeah, I don't know if any of the museums in Italy are air conditioned. Somebody might know that's watching. Like in the summer, Italy is miserable if you don't like heat. I like the heat, and even I like sometimes get too hot.
Wait, go down. Keep going. Someone said something about something called a zampone. Maybe I missed it.
It's probably down here. Louisiana cabbage and black-eyed peas.
This.
Oh, there. Yeah.
Zampone. I saw that at the store. It's like it comes in a box and it looks like a pig's foot. So I don't know if it's what it is.
A pig's foot?
Yeah. So it looks like a foot.
Okay, so he knows. So lentils and sausage on New Year's Eve, or on New Year's Day rather,
Okay, we're
to
gonna
bring
have
good
to
luck.
do that.
So that's kind of the same thing as
Collards and the black eyed peas.
collards and black eyed peas. Collards represent money. I think black eyed peas were coins or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm from Florida. We didn't do that.
Yeah, you don't do anything.
So that's what we'll have to do. I'll have to look into that.
The large sausage.
The large. Well, I thought it was a pig foot, so I'm
I don't want.
happy to
I don't want
hear
to
it's
eat
sausage.
pig feet.
I took a picture of it even to show you because I couldn't believe it's like a
All right. Well, thanks Daniela for that. Let's see. Coffee in COVID Phoenix. I guess it is coffee time. So I should have mentioned that. So this is our last Tipsy Tuesday in a bar for a few weeks because obviously with the lockdown we can't go out. So the next few weeks I'll do it from home and I'll do it at a later time because I can. I haven't been able to do it at a later time here because with our curfew, all restaurants and bars have to shut down at 6 our time. So it's been moved to 5 p.m., which is 11 a.m. on the East Coast. I guess 9 a.m. in Arizona. I'm guessing, I don't know. So next week it'll be a little later, but it'll be from home. And I'll post that on Facebook and Instagram so you know what time. But yeah, this is our last time in a bar for like a couple weeks. Frank is talking about the vaccine. Let's see. Nice to see people in a restaurant, hear people out and about. I know California's crazy. Like you can't do anything, right? I haven't been really keeping up with anywhere outside of Rome, really. But it seems like California's just been shut down for all year.
Is Disney? I guess Disney's not open yet either. So our last time.
I have friends that have gone to Disney in Orlando.
Orlando, yeah, I have a friend there right now. But the one in California, like,
Oh, Angela's here. Hi,
they
Angela.
laid off a whole bunch of people because they weren't able to open.
Really?
The one in California.
Yeah, California's terrible. Like what they're doing there. It's awful. So yeah, here we can go to lunch out. We can go to bars until 6 p.m.
And there's takeout after that.
And then there's takeout after that, so restaurants are still open. But yeah, I'll pick this up for a second. You can see, like, there's people here. I mean, it's not a big bar. They have tables outside too. But yeah, there's every restaurant you go to, there's people dining inside, and it feels like normal until 6 when you can't go to a restaurant anymore.
I miss going to dinner. We've been doing lunch to try to support some of our favorite places before lockdown, but I really miss going out to dinner. It's not the same bringing it home.
Yeah, there are some places though, which I want to try. I haven't tried this yet. There are some places that serve you ingredients. And so you kind of cook yourself, but you order their amatriciana, for example, and they give you the sauce in a little to-go tub or something, takeout box. I don't know what they're called.
Container.
Yeah, a container. And then they give you like a whole pack of noodles, and they give you like a bread for the bruschetta or just bread on the table or whatever. But then when you get home, you heat it all up and you cook it yourself. So you're still getting their recipe, but you're making it yourself. And then other restaurants just cook everything, mix it up, and then you pick it up and you run home. So like, yeah, you have to run. Like our pizza place, the pizza place we go to most often is maybe a 10-minute walk from our apartment. And so I go pick up pizza and then I have to walk really fast to get it home. And it's not as hot, but it's okay. Mandy says why, but that was a long time ago, so I don't know what that meant. I'm sorry, Mandy. I missed your why. Rules keep getting longer and tighter. Everybody's over it. I mean, everybody's over it here, too. Miss going out to dinner. missing family.
I miss America. It's been over years since I've been in America.
Yeah, I was able to go back in January, February. I was there for my mom's birthday. But you haven't been back since Thanksgiving. And that's the longest you've ever been from home.
I usually go back 3-4 times a year. So this is a crazy long time to be away.
Yeah, it's really hard. Like, I feel like every night when I'm going to sleep, I'm thinking about my parents and the in-laws, and it's hard. It's hard kind of being stuck here. And we could technically go back, but it's just so difficult with quarantine rules going back and forth that we haven't. When do I get to cook carbonara?
I'm not ready yet.
She's perfecting the recipe. Holland is watching. Monica says, what? I don't know what that means because I'm still scrolling. Sorry, Monica. How long have we lived in Rome? 7 years? 7 years. Disneyland is closed. You're right. That is crazy.
I mean, the one in Orlando has managed to do it with a lot of rules in place. A friend of mine is there right now with her family, and there's something like 35% capacity, and there's very, very strict rules about spacing. I don't understand why they can't do the same, just so it can be open and these people can work.
Yeah, I mean, I get some of the restrictions, but it's a little difficult, right? It's really hard. And some of it doesn't make sense. Like how we can go visit, like 2 people can go visit family and friends
But
once
not
a day.
three,
Not 3 people.
Not anyone over 14 counts. Under 14 doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah. Will this be on YouTube? Yeah, I'll post it to YouTube. Had to miss Tipsy Tuesday for a doctor's appointment. That's acceptable. Can my family come here? No. So Americans can't really travel to Italy unless it's for a valid reason.
Are you done?
Mostly. Why?
I want to put my this thing in there.
What is it?
Pomegranates. It's making it hard.
That's not pomegranate.
Not pomegranate. I'm sorry. What are these parsnips?
I don't know. So if you missed it, I had a whiskey drink at Emerald's, and you had a
He
rum
said it's
drink.
similar to a Mai Tai, but he made it up. I don't know what it is, what he calls
They
it.
don't have the ingredients for Mai Tai, so they kind of made up their own drink.
Here, I'll just put it in.
And again, we're at Emerald's. It's one of our favorite bars, but they have to close after tomorrow because of the new lockdown. New restrictions in Texas. Oh, hospitalization rates.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but some of the, Monica says some of the restrictions are arbitrary. That's how it was here. Yeah, the Christmas lockdown here is silly. I get not wanting a bunch of people to get together, but some of the...
They have rules about how many visitors in the house, but why can't people gather in a piazza? What? I don't understand why that's a problem.
And Douglas here is mentioning how in America you can eat in a tent,
Yeah, that's
but
so
not
ridiculous.
inside. I've seen some of the pictures from New York where it's outdoor dining, but they've basically built a structure just outside.
It's outdoor, rather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's silly.
But these restaurants, like here in Europe, they're, at least in Rome, they're already equipped for outdoor dining. Like there's a lot of restaurants already have the heating lamps, and they already have these things. But I know a lot of places in America don't because they've never had to move everything outside. So now they're incurring all this extra expense to like buy these heating lamps so people can sit outside and eat.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like all these restaurants, they spent so much money to fit the rules for the first restriction. Like with the distancing, they moved the tables further apart. They bought these plexiglass things to separate the tables. They made digital menus instead of the physical menus, or they do like a piece of paper. And then even though they've done all that, then they still have to now close at 6 p.m. So some of the stuff doesn't make sense.
Like, what's the difference between gathering at lunchtime and gathering at dinner time? It just makes more people.
Well, more people go to dinner.
Oh, okay. Like, look at the lockdown. There's about to be a lockdown. Today I went to the grocery store to stock up. There were a lot of people out. A lot of people in grocery stores because everybody's, everybody's trying to
Stocking up.
trying to do the same thing at the same time rather than just leave everything open and letting fewer people be there at the same time. It just, I don't know. I think it's that we're trying. We tried. We did something.
Yeah. What's the best thing about being locked down in Rome? Well, like where we are now, like where people can't really travel to Rome, but we can move around. I can go to St. Peter's and it's empty, which is really sad, but at the same time, it's cool that I can get up to the Pietà with nobody around, or I can go to a 5 o'clock mass with no wait. So those are the best things, but at the same time, it's sad because Rome was built for people, and so it's kind of weird not having people here. So when our quarantine first lifted, it was really neat to be able to go to the Spanish Steps or the Trevi Fountain and not see anybody. But after like 3 days, that was
kind of sad.
Yeah. And I think pretty much everybody in Rome agrees with that. That it was cool for a few days, but then after that, it was like, yeah, Rome wasn't made for nobody to be here.
Like, I'm used to seeing. I'm used to hearing so many different languages on every time I go out somewhere to run an errand.
Even out our window.
German, English, and French. I'd hear so many different languages, and now it's just. Well, I do still occasionally hear some English, which makes me always turn my head.
Oh yeah, there's a couple beside us speaking English, and it's like, where are they? What are they doing here?
What are they doing here? Why are
They're
they-
probably wondering the same thing about us. Probably also wondering why I have 2 cameras set up.
Why we're both sitting on one side of a table and talking to these cameras. We probably do look pretty silly.
Yeah, I'm used to it now. I've been doing this for a few months. Douglas mentions how Walmart is packed, no social distancing, but you can't go out to eat.
Yeah, this is what doesn't make sense to me. And it's just all these, and also like it's just the big places that are allowed to be open. Like Walmart's allowed, all the big grocery stores are allowed, but the little place that sells, the hardware store, not allowed. So it just doesn't. It's not right.
Yeah, and Dawn is asking about the quarantine. So if you missed at the beginning, I talked about this, but Rome has a lockdown for Christmas, from Christmas to Epiphany, and it starts on Christmas Eve, and it's not because things are so bad, because they don't want things to get bad. And so starting on Christmas Eve, we cannot leave the house except for grocery stores, pharmacies, haircuts, which is new this time,
Yeah, that is.
and mass. So we can't go to mass, we can go to church, but nothing else. And then after Christmas, we have a few days where everything is normal, and then we're not allowed to go out again, and then we're normal for one day, and then we can't go out again for a
They
couple
should have
days.
just made that one day also.
They should have skipped that one day, because that kind of gets confusing. And anytime we do go out,
Everyone's going to be out on that one day.
yeah, anytime we do go out, we have to have a printed paper with the reason we're going out and all this crazy stuff. Lockdown has been very hard, yes, all over. It's been a difficult Advent. It was a difficult Lent. We couldn't leave our house during Lent at all. So yeah, that was hard. 2 Americans in Italy. Oh, let us know when you're in Rome. I'd like to meet some other Americans. is Rome concerned about the new virus in England? So Rome, I think, stopped visitors from England for visiting, but 2 days ago, somebody from England with that new strain arrived here, and they immediately put that person in quarantine. So, I don't know.
Here?
Yeah? You didn't hear that?
No. I heard though that the new strain is less severe, more contagious, but less severe.
Oh. I haven't really heard anything about it.
So if that's true, at least it's less severe.
I don't pay that much attention, really. I'm just like ready for it to be over, so.
I'm ready to not have to wear masks outside.
Yeah, we have to wear masks outside. Like it's required. It's not like the US where you can kind of do whatever you want in places. Like we have to. So, and especially because we're Americans living in Rome, we really have to. The only time you can take a mask off outside is if you're running or if you're smoking. So if you're exercising or smoking, you have to wear a mask. No, if you're
You don't have
you don't have to wear a mask.
to. I mean, I don't mind the mask in general. It's just really like today I was lugging this big cart, carrying all these bags, and I was walking down the street, and there wasn't anyone around me, and I had this stupid mask on, and I couldn't breathe in it.
Yeah, and I went out today. I walked 3 miles, went to a bunch of churches and shops, and I had to wear a mask the whole time. And it's not cold, but it's not that. I mean, wait, no, it's not hot, but it's not that cold. And so when you're walking, you get hot, and so I'm like all sweaty. So the mask's outside. That just started a month ago, maybe. I hate it. I hate it. It's weird. It's like 2 minutes till 6 o'clock, and the guy's still making drinks, but they have to close in 2 minutes.
Maybe it's for carryout.
A cocktail
I'll bring
to
it
go.
back tomorrow.
I would like a cocktail to go, please.
Some places are doing that, cocktails. Or in America, I saw that there's some, I think it was Ohio, that just okayed it, like restaurants to do cocktails to go. I mean, I wonder which of these things are going to remain, after this is all over. Like, are restaurants still going to do this? Or are people still going to want all the space that they have now?
I don't feel like people are doing the space thing here.
No.
Like when we had our for real lockdown, it was weird seeing Italians line up with distance. But now when I go to a store or in a communion line, it's back. I think it's back to normal. Maybe some places still.
At the grocery stores, they'll yell at you if you don't have gloves on when you're doing the fruits and vegetables. I've got yelled at twice because I just forgot to put it on. So you have to have gloves on when you're handling the fruits and vegetables, and they will tell you to back up if you're too close in line.
But I don't see the people here. Like the shoppers.
Oh, no.
Like the workers. Look, I got a whole stick of ginger in my drink.
Where did you get that from?
It was in here.
I thought you pulled it out of this bag like you brought it from home or something.
No, I didn't bring ginger from home.
I don't know. Maybe.
And then some kind of a lime. All right, I guess I have to wrap it up. You didn't eat any of the food.
Oh, I will when the camera's on.
Artichokes and crackers.
I don't want to eat while on camera, but we have a little tray here of some nice foods. I'm gonna have in a minute.
Yes, we are being very safe. Like we've changed a lot of things at home. We don't wear shoes in the house. We have outside clothes and inside clothes.
I don't
We
allow
change as soon as we get home.
As soon as the kids walk in, they have to go wash their hands and change immediately. They cannot sit down anywhere with their outside clothes on. So
Limiting your social media, but you have to watch the Catholic Traveler. Oh, good. I appreciate that. Popular book in Italian? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't read Italian, so.
We'll have to ask Amelia. Douglas going back to work. Yeah, we have to go home. before they kick us out. Show us the snacks. All right, so aperitivo here, they give you a drink. Usually it's like 5 to 10 euro depending on where you go, and they bring you a bunch of food. So this is kind of a fancier bar, so they don't bring a bunch of food, but they brought us just like crackers and then artichokes. I don't know if you can see that. Artichokes, but it's presented on this nice plate. But sometimes you get a lot of food, like slices of pizza or all kinds of stuff. Anyway, we're gonna go so we can pay and get out of here. Next Tipsy Tuesday, I'll post the time because it'll be a different time, but it'll be from home since we can't go out. And yeah, it's almost Christmas, so have a wonderful Christmas. If I don't talk to you before then. You want to say ciao? You want to say bye?
Ciao.
All right, everybody stay safe. Have a wonderful Christmas. See you on Second Cup Saturday if you're there, which will also be from home. At home. Coffee from home. And Tipsy Tuesday from home for a couple weeks. So thanks for joining us. Ciao.